We are back with some more MX versus ATV Legends, and today we have a new patch, a new update to go over. This update has a bunch of stuff in it. We do also get 2 new tracks. Now, these 2 tracks would be the replicas, which are really good this time, but one of the tracks has one brand new feature, brand new track with it, which is very cool. We'll show you a bit later, but let's just jump into this and begin. First up, we have 25 Pro Motocross tracks. We have Unadilla, my favorite track, and Iron Man. And then Budds Creek will be the finale, and it will release next Tuesday. Now, it has been said, but each of these replica tracks release with new or updated bonus events, and Unadilla has a pit bike track. Very cool, brand new, can't wait to show you. And Iron Man has an updated invitational race. Now, by community request, we get new graphics kits. The 2025 Redbud kits for Triumph and Yamaha are available. We also get new customizable Yoshimura RS12 exhaust for bikes and ATVs in the game. And Triumph also gets one more graphics kit from Rival Inc. From Throttle Syndicate, we get a new seat cover for MX bikes in the game, just in the base game. And ATV guys have not been forgotten about. We get new wheels from Alba Racing. Also 4 new bumpers from Alba Racing as well. And to wrap it up, we get new graphics kits for both the OEMs and the stock quads in the game. And for the final thing, we get new sets of gear from Thor. These would be Rainbow Studios' 4 favorite ones. Now you get more gear than 4, but there's 4 sets and then many different variations of each set. So I thought it best to just show you in customization, so let's just jump over and check it out. Bike customization is up first. We have 24 and 25 Monster Energy USA graphics kits for the Yamaha. 25 is for sure new. I'm not sure about 24. I think it is, but for sure 25 is new. We also get the 25 factory Redbud graphics kit for Triumph, as well as the Rival Inc. Tsunami graphics kit for Triumph. The 2 new customizable Yoshimura RS12 exhausts, and the new Throttle Syndicate seat cover. Now moving over to ATV customization, we have 4 new wheels from Alba Racing, as well as 4 new bumpers from Alba Racing, which are, some of them are color customizable, and a new graphics kit from ATV Big Air Tour. And to wrap up the customization part to the update, we have the Thor gear. We have, again, 4 different sets of gear here, but as you can see with the helmets and the goggles coming up, there is a lot of different variations to each individual set. So I believe each individual set does come with at least one color customizable version, which is very cool. They did a very similar thing with the Fox gear in the previous update, and they continued it here. The only part that would be different is we didn't get the boots. We have Thor boots, but we didn't get new Thor boots, which isn't a big deal. You still get virtually the entire set: the helmet, the goggles, the gloves, the jersey, and the pants. Very cool. We usually get rider customization with each patch, and this was very good stuff. And we're going to wrap it up here with the Thor gloves. Now on to the tracks. We have Unadilla and Iron Man. I want to begin with Unadilla because it would be my favorite pro track. It's by far my favorite pro track, so I feel like I might be more critical, but the track is really, really good. You can see the new changes right before the gravity cavity here. They kind of had that split lane going on, and then there's a bunch of noticeable changes. I mean, they kind of adjusted the ruts in a lot of the corners. They didn't, some of them are bigger and built up. They did, it feels like, remove almost or tone down some of them. So the corners have been changed, but there's noticeable changes throughout this track. I mean, I don't remember if this big double had that grass in between the jumps, but I thought that was really, really cool. Very throwback to old Unadilla. Maybe 24 had it, I don't remember, but very, very cool. Just a small, subtle thing they did that I find cool. Going up the hill is a bit different, I do believe. Having those kind of jumps going up the hill, I don't think were there in 24. Now, this part coming up, this entire part is a bit different. How you kind of jump out, almost a double, and then jumping up here feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit steeper, if you will. Now, Sky Shot, this big table, feels pretty similar. I don't notice too much difference. It maybe felt a little bit rougher, pre-made rough, leading up to the table, but again, I haven't played Unadilla in a while, especially 24, so I'm not totally sure. Now, the last big change, I mean, there's some small changes here, but the big change is that double, that step up double that connects you back to the first turn. Very cool. They made that very realistic because they were barely getting over it. They were hitting it just right. And I don't even get over it. You very much so can. And I did it, but not for this lap I chose. But that double has been adjusted and you can hit it just right. Very, very cool. Maybe my favorite version of Unadilla. They did a really good job with it. And then this would be the new bonus event. This would be the pit bike track. And we had kind of a pit bike-ish track here. And I assumed they would just reuse it and not do much. But they completely redid this track. It is so fun. It is definitely one of my favorite pit bike tracks in the game. Very fun. But the coolest part about this track is it feels like Rainbow Studios made it with the 450 in mind, because you can run this pit bike track. You can run any of them with the big bike, but this track works really, really well with the 450. I will show you because it just feels like Rainbow Studios was thinking about that when they made this one, this pit bike track. So here we have the 450. We can jump all the way over that takeoff with the finish line coming up the hill. And then you can do this better than what I show you here, but instead of doubling, you can jump all the way to the table. I kind of messed up a corner, messed up clutch boost. There is a bit of drag, but you can triple to the top of the table. You can jump 4 in here. You could probably go farther, but it works really good to hit it as a quad. And then here you can jump all the way in, jump all the way out. So the track is actually very fun with the 450. This is an incredible pit bike track. They did a very, very good job. Now you also do have the invitational race, but as far as I could tell, it is exactly the same. And now we jump over to Ironman 2025 Ironman, also a very good track. They made some very good changes here. Now with the new part here where we go into the trees, I believe this has been changed, and I don't know, the shadows have always been very, very strong here, but it actually feels a bit more realistic where when you get to the bottom, there's so many shadows there, it's kind of hard to find the rut. I'm not complaining. I actually think it's very, very cool. And then we know, what's this jump called? Godzilla? I don't remember. I'm sorry, I forget. I'm not super familiar with Iron Man, but this has been changed. It was changed in real life, and it is a bit different now. The way you jump back down the hill, it isn't a table. It's just kind of a step down, more or less. So very cool. There is one thing that feels different with this track, aside from the obvious changes, is that, and there is a bunch of changes at the end yet, is that the drag is very, very high. This Pro National feels like it has the most drag on the track out of all of them. You really feel it. It's like they're really trying to slow you down. I mean, there was a bunch of drag there. We kind of mess up at this part. And then I'm not sure with the drag, I feel like you can't jump as far over that part, but then you can still, hit the triple out. Now this is all a bit different. Pretty much all the way to the end, it is a bit different. So Iron Man, very good too. Rainbow Studios did a great job with Unadilla and Iron Man. I feel like these are the two best Pro National tracks out there. Now, the biggest downside, the biggest negative to Iron Man and to the two new tracks in general would be this event here. The 2025 Invitational race from Iron Man, I'm pretty sure is just run in reverse. It is just turned around, run backwards. So I would say that's the biggest negative, that the bonus content for Iron Man is very similar to what they did with Spring Creek. And I feel like they could do better. I feel like they could improve this. I know some of you guys were really disappointed and really didn't like how I felt about Spring Creek and the Invitational race. But Spring Creek, yeah, there were some minor adjustments, and if you're a really good player and play a bunch, you probably notice more, but there is just very minor. And in my opinion, that track was my least favorite out of all of them because it just didn't have the same treatment, in my opinion, as other ones. It's an opinion. Okay, your opinion isn't right, it isn't wrong. My opinion isn't necessarily right or wrong. It's just an opinion. And then the bonus content, mostly I was complaining about the bonus content. The biggest problem that I saw was the invitational race. It was just reverse. It was just turned around. And I feel like they could do better. It was less about the track and more about the invitational race. And I feel that way about this one. The track was really well done. One of my favorites out of all of them so far. But the invitational race was not good enough. It needs to be better. The bonus content for this specific track needs to be better. Unadilla was amazing, and to be honest with you, the pit bike track completely makes up for it, in my opinion, between these two, because it was so fun, so well done. So that would be the update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. How do you feel about the patch? How do you feel about the tracks? How do you feel about the new bonus content? I would be very curious to see. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. It really does mean a lot. And until the next video, take it easy.